I picked this topic because a long time ago, my grandpa was in the Holocaust. Nobody liked the Jews and they wanted to kill all of them. Now, most people think of racism as black and white people. It's not only the color of someone's skin, it's their religion, nationality, language, disability, etc. Racism bothers me because it is very mean. When I was younger, I had a friend that was Christian. One day, I told him that I was Jewish and he said that he couldn't be friends with me anymore. It really hurt me. The reason my project is called Racism is Not Black and White is because the saying it's not black or white means it's good or bad. People usually think of the color black is bad and the color white is good. People should not think that black people are bad and white people are good. We are all equal.
When people look at my project, I want them to see how bad it was for the Jews and all the people who did not believe the Nazis. By looking at my project, you would wonder, what is this? Some people at some camp? No, it's a lot more than people in a camp. It's Jews and non-believers of the Nazis said about us Jews. It is also about people that died in camps. We could blame the Holocaust on the Nazis, but everything that happens is our fault if we do nothing. If I were a Jew, I would stand up for what I believe in and speak up for others. I don't care if I die for something that I believe in. Ask yourself, why did we not speak up for all the people that died? What can we do to make hate into love?
Seeing homeless people on the streets makes me sad because I don't know why people have to use their own money to try and save them. It was their fault in the beginning, but now they have nothing to lose. Sometimes I think we should help them, but I know it's their fault. There should be less homeless people on the streets because they should think before they do, like spending money on all their money on drugs and beer most of the time. On the other hand, people should help them more because they should not be treated like the way they are. If you were on the streets, wouldn't you want to be helped? From now on, I will try and help every other homeless person I see.
A problem in society that makes me concerned is seeing homeless veterans on the streets. Seeing anybody living on the streets makes me sad, but especially when it is someone who fought for our country and risked their life to protect us. Whether they served 1 to 20 years, veterans should be able to count on the government and society for food, clothing, and shelter. There are many sayings about veterans I question. For an example, if leave no behind is true, why then has the United States taken barely any action to the very people who serve the country the most? At the minimum, there are 107,000 homeless veterans. Over the course of a year, approximately twice that many veterans experience homelessness. Also, nearly half of homeless veterans served during the Vietnam era. My artwork portrays brave men serving our country ending up as homeless.
A problem in society that makes me sad is seeing homeless citizens on the street. Not only seeing those kinds of people on the street make me sad, but not seeing everybody give food or money to them. Whether you're wealthy or not, you're still not in bad shape like a person on the street. It hurts me worse when you see a whole family asking for help. The little faces on the children just want to make me cry.
I've chosen the topic of dominance, bullying, for teasing and practical jokes. I chose this topic because I have been teased and the target of practical jokes that have cost me my free time and a lot of tears of anger and unhappiness over the past year. I hope that people will see in my artwork how bullying can make a person feel lonely and hurt inside, and how it can damage a friendship.
I think that animal abuse is cruel and that people should treat animals humanely. One of the reasons that I have chosen animal abuse is because I have a dog. When I see somebody hurting my dog, it really bothers me. I have a very close relationship with my dog. Another reason that I was interested in this topic is that once I saw a person abusing their dog, I wanted to make her stop. For this project, I decided to make a larger sculpture of a foot kicking a dog. I hope that the point of my project will be clear.
I chose terrorism because so many people die from it. I think we should have a stronger defense so we can prevent people from getting hurt or even killed. If you remember the Twin Towers, that's what I'm trying to prevent from happening again. I feel that terrorism is a very important subject because terrorists are hunting our country and killing our soldiers. So we can't let the terrorists do any more things to our country. We need to get stronger defense so terrorists don't destroy anything else. I think if we had a stronger defense, there is less of a chance for something to happen. So we need to be stronger. When people see my artwork, I hope they'll say to themselves, terrorism is a big issue and we need to stop it. I hope they will see that terrorists are capable of doing really bad stuff and we need a stronger defense. They will see how sad and devastated we were when all the bad stuff terrorists have done.
My part of the quilt represents the four main allies that helped destroy the Nazis and their injustice. France, England, Russia, and the United States of America are breaking apart the Nazi swastika and breaking the concentration camp.
My quilt square is about the liberation of the camps. The whole quilt is a treacherous death camp. It has barbed wire and bricks surrounding it. The dots represent the prisoners that have been trapped for years, finally gaining freedom. The barbed wire gate is also open so the liberated prisoners can pass through. The colors of the camp represent darkness, pain, and light, while the outside is white, representing life, light, and freedom.
My square represents the liberation of a concentration camp. On my square, I created a scene of an American tank breaking into the fortified walls of the camp. Inside, the ground is dirty and turbulent, so I colored it black like the souls of the people who died there. The outside of the camp is green, filled with life, grass growing freely. The blue sky and the dove flying away represent the knowledge of what it means to be free.
My square of the quilt represents the Jews that died in the camps. The reason the Jewish star is cracked is to represent the Jews who died and how the Jewish people was nearly wiped out. The crematoria represents the torch that was brought among innocent people. The pit represents the grave of those who did not survive. Eventually there is freedom, represented by the barbed wire cut open on the two sides, and the yellow. The meaning of one star was not enough, is that the spirit of the Jews almost disappeared in an instant, but liberation gave them hope.
My square represents the fall of the Nazis. They are being demolished by the Allies. The square shows the swastika in flames and an engulfing smoke cloud above it. The Western Mole in the background represents freedom in the homeland of Israel. The butterfly represents the Jewish people fleeing from the horrors of the war.